last night, I'm a plumber, and we were dealing with a septic tank last night, and I had some hay. Actually, I got pine straw. He says, no, I want you to go get hay. So I had to go back to Home Depot, get the hay, and we covered up the grounds. And so I began to lay the hay out, and I said, okay, I know I need to be here early in the morning. And I began to look at the hay. And a part of the hay was, I don't know how long it's been sitting there. I mean, the rain and mold or whatever, I don't know. It just was not coming apart like it should. And I thought to myself, I said, it does not look like I have enough hay. And I know Home Depot's not open. So I need to have enough hay to lay out. And in my mind, these thoughts were going on in my mind. And it's not that my body was physically making these motions, but my mind, my thoughts were trying to go. So I called the Spirit God or Abraham or whatever, said, Paul, calm down. Calm down, Paul, calm down. And what it was saying was, calm your thoughts down. And when I finished, I found myself laying out more hay over the whole entire area where I thought I might have need another 2 or 3 bushels.
So shortage consciousness hasn't got anything to do with the reality of the condition. All shortage consciousness is about alignment or not, isn't it? Yes. And your ability to perceive is dramatically influenced by, and so that was you using your guidance system, recognizing that you were vibrationally out of whack and doing something about it, and not being so far out of whack that you couldn't get back into alignment.
Now, the reason why I was able to do that is because I was on another site that I was a part of, and I was led to go on a page, and it had your information on it. And I started listening. This was about a month and a half ago. That noise in your head sermon that you have, I think I might have played that almost a week, probably 3 or 4 times every day. And I just keep going over because I want to get rooted. I want to get grounded in understanding what it is that you're saying, because it's very simple, yet in our daily actions and everything that we come across, we make it so complicated, and it's not as complicated as one would think, because everything that you're saying is very simple. If we tune in, we turn to that channel, there is so much out here that can bring us to the alignment in which you're talking about. So that's why I keep repeatedly going over while I'm working. I'm letting it go on in my ear constantly over and over and over and over again so that I understand. And that was the reason why I was able to do what I did last night so quickly.
Well, that's the nice thing about having the tools. That's the nice thing about understanding that it isn't complicated, that the simple fact of life is that you are all vibrational first and foremost, and that you live in a vibrational universe that law of attraction is managing, and that when you understand just that simple premise, and then you overlay your understanding that law of attraction is responding to all things by the important awareness that you are an extension of source energy, and that source energy part of you still exists, so that there is a vibrational relationship between what you really know and what you're allowing yourself to know in any moment. So once you get that simple thing in place, now you have activated your own guidance system so that you can, in real time, in real moments, adjust your vibration before things get so out of whack. So momentum never needs to get carried too far in the direction that you're not wanting. This is what deliberate creation really is. We are especially enjoying the conversation as it relates to taking life as it comes to you. We like your realization that there is guidance in all things, that you always stand in a place where the path of least resistance has already been revealed to you. The question is, are you in a place of realizing what that path is? So it was interesting how your mind raced around of all of the reasons why you needed this to work out. It was late at night and you needed an early start, and it didn't look like you had the resources that you needed to do what you needed to do. And so you started down some paths in your mind, some sort of reasonable, logical things that most people would do. But in the midst of all of that, you had a presence of mind that almost nobody has, because almost anybody else in that situation would have been off looking for more hay, or they would have shorted the job and not done it in a way that was pleasing to you or the others, or there were lots of different paths that could have been taken, but none of those were the path of least resistance for you. You wanted to finish, and you wanted to finish it right, and you wanted it to be the way you wanted it to be. And then that receiving of that, just calm down, just take a minute, just take a beat, just come into alignment. In other words, the resources are always there, and the resources are not just eventually there. The resources are always right here, there. They're here, and they're here now. You see, you just have to tune to them, and that's what makes people, and we can feel you on the verge of this, wanting to proclaim the miracles that you are enacting all day, every day. In other words, all kinds of freaky things happen that give you the evidence that you are in the right place at the right time, receiving a sort of supernatural, even freakish advantage that most cannot explain, but you're beginning to find a way of explaining it. You're beginning to understand the rightness of where you stand and the resources that are available for you at all times. Most important in this conversation is the satisfaction that you're having in the moment. We like we're reaching for the best word. We're offering Esther a vibration. She's all over the place trying. She wants to say cockiness. That's not the exact vibration that we're offering. Assuredness, security. Knowing is a good word, but there's another way of your expectation. Yes, that's the word. Your expectation of things always working out for you. That's the place that we wish you all to stand, in a place of expecting things to always work out for you, no matter what things it is that you are working on, that you are wanting to work out. Expecting things to always work out for you.
That's true. Now, at the same time, as Michael Hernandez has said, our love, and you said this earlier, that, I need to focus in on how I give of myself to others, because you could see that happening for them when they're pulling and tugging on you.
But there's a piece here that we really want to emphasize with you. We want you to understand that you are not the resource that they are looking for. You are an example of someone who is receiving the resources that are meant for all. Right. In other words, don't see yourself as something that they need. See yourself as someone who stands like they do in full reception of the resources that are being offered, because there's a little vibrational discord in that. Yeah, standing in a really good place, and there is so much more coming for you, for all of you around.